Right, so we're now in mid-December, and I thought I'd just give you a quick roundup of how everything's grown in the Keder greenhouse here. All the leeks that I've got are now into 1 litre air pot, and they're grown really well. Some of them are a little bit ahead of last year's grown attempt, and to be quite honest, they're probably a little bit more progressed than what I'd like them to be. Going off what I did last year, the leeks that I had were in the region of 200 cubic inches, so to be ahead of that maybe isn't a good thing. So, but apart from that, they're doing pretty well. So the leeks that I've got here in the 1 litre air pot are a Cumbrian variety. With the Cumbrian, I don't know if I think I would have done, but the button of a pot leek has to be below 6 inches when you're short. So 6 inches is pretty high. So for this time of year, you're looking at about 1 inch to 1.5 inches. But some varieties of leeks, like the Cumbrian in particular, struggles to get the button up. So this bit of the leek here, try and zoom in, this bit from the bottom to where these are flags, to where the first bit of the leek flag starts to split is the button. So that there's the button. So with the Cumbrian variety in particular, they need to be stretched. I've never had any luck with the Cumbrian getting it to 6 inches, purely because this strain of the Cumbrian is quite short. So I'm tempted to put a bit of insulation on and just stretch it up a little bit. So we'll see how that goes. In the next video, I should have the bit of insulation on. So that's a Cumbrian there. These ones here, you can see they're still probably the width of a pencil, but they're exactly where I want them to be this time of year. They're not growing really quick or anything like that. Just steady away this time of year. There's no need for getting leeks absolutely huge this time of year, because let's all face it, there's no big shows in June, July. Big leeks this time of year tend to mean that they're going to either finish early or they'll end up running to seed. So these ones here are Paul Rochester's Yorkshire Giants. I could probably do with split the button down, because the Yorkshire Giant is renowned for growing a long button. They tend to be oversized. So if you go over that 6 inches, it's no good. No good for sure. So I'm tempted to split the button back. So if I do split the button back, which I probably will do on a half of them, so if I split the button back, I'll record that and I'll show you how I've done it. So that's the leeks there. So two people's Yorkshire Giants, Paul Rochester's and Jeff Muscrops, and 1 strain of Cumbrian got this year. What I have got here is a late batch of Betty Black leeks from Ken Black. I'm going to have a go growing some of these this year, and I've also got a few for sale if anyone's interested. I'll put that in the comments box below. With the Keder being where it is and be back on, it doesn't get the full sunlight during the winter, which my greenhouse on the allotment has. So what I've done is put some T5 Sunblaster strip lights in, just as a supplementary lighting for this time of year. And obviously the leeks are still getting the light that's required. So I'm happy with them this year so far. So the root system on them must be doing pretty well in the air pot. So that's the leeks. Down to the onion. So under the Maxi Bright 315 grow light, I've got a number of different strains. So they're all mixed up at the moment because I've been moving them around. So I did have them in two rows of two rows, sorry, and I've moved them around just so that they weren't getting the same set of light off the grow light, so they're all equally spread. So I've got some from John Peace, some from Peter Glazebrook, some from Michael Cook, and some from Paul Rochester. They're doing pretty well, and some in particular, like this one here. Get it out. They're around 11 inches high. Height doesn't matter at the moment because if they're starting to stretch, it causes problems. But on an average, they're about 10 inches high, in 4 true leaves coming through there. I've got some late batches just as backups, and I'm not going to fall into it where I'm going to plant all of the big ones out, because everyone knows what happens when you plant all the big ones out, they all come together. So even spread of batches. But as far as the giant onion attempt goes, it's doing okay so far. I'm not going to speak too soon, but they're doing okay. So as far as lighting, I've got the Maxi Bright 315, and on the side there I've got a T5 grow light. I've got another T5 grow light to go on the other side, and once the plants start to get up a bit, and then I'll start pushing them a bit. I've got soil one with cable underneath them, and that's running through the whole lot. So as far as all the leeks and onions go this year, they're doing pretty well. The grow medium that I've got grown in, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but it's cocoa in perlite. The reason why I've went hydro root is because some of the major compost manufacturers have been putting some crap in the compost. There's a few YouTubers like Dan from Allotment Dairy, he's spotted it, where the manufacturers have been putting green waste in. The green waste, we all know it's got a bit pesticide in. So I've went cocoa root, and I'm out of my own nutrients. Maybe the downfall could be that I could make a mistake, but everyone makes mistakes, but we'll see what happens. I have got backups. Some of them are just grown in 11s 2, and they'll be potted up at M3, so not all my eggs in one basket. So that's it. We'll see what happens with this year's attempt, and fingers crossed we'll get some good ones. I'll do another update in a week or so's time down the plot, after I've given a good tidy up. Thanks for watching.